Hi there, everybody. This is Silk. We're doing Operation A View to a Kill. This is Commonwealth in France, turn 11. We do have a tiny bit of housekeeping to do. Hopefully I can get this in view well enough. So this was arranged like so. A couple of things with amphibious attacks, as kind of got noted. When you split an amphib attack, I think originally Bruce had it like that, this transport would not have been able to go into port because it's split. You have to be able to go into the one port that you invaded. So he had changed it so that it would look like that, and then he could go into port there. Meanwhile, the other second thing to be aware of is that your vehicles, your artillery, anything that's not an infantry class unit, so the artillery and the armor, cannot amphib attack by themselves. So while you can do a split, it has to only be infantry units that you're splitting, or you need to have amphibious doctrine. So Bruce in that situation is going to go ahead and just make both drop off into southern India, which I got to get him the marker for those. And Ceylon stays in FEC hands. So that's that. Let me go get Bruce his conquest markers that he deserved there. All right. As for the UK, we have a few things to do here. Should be a little bit more exciting of a turn than some of our previous ones. Get down to our purchases. So this 5 right here is finishing that fortification that's in Malta. This 10 we're saving for a diplomatic action. This 4 is a lend-lease. That is an upgrade to the port for the French in Cameroon. We're going to, on their turn, we send it on our turn, but on their turn they'll get to place it. So Cameroon will go from being a minor port to a major port. And then we're going to build an armor for the Commonwealth. They're going to get 2 colonials, which is these guys. And then they're going to get 2 militia and 2 militia upgrades. Oh, no, it's all the way around. It's the same money. That's what these guys are. These guys are the militia and the militia upgrades at 4 each. These guys are the 2 colonial infantry. So this is 16 and this is 25 of my 41. So I did 41 of my 41. GBR will not have any money left over. Meanwhile, FEC is going to get 2 Gurkhas. I still got to paint more Gurkhas. They're going to buy a artillery, anti-aircraft artillery. So that's 12. They had 14. They get to save 2. Anzac is going to spend all 7. They're just going to buy a infantry and a militia upgrade. So that's their 7. So that is all it's spending. Previewing France. France has 3 IPP. They spend nothing. They'll collect 1, so they'll have 4 for next turn. All right, let's get into the fun stuff. Go do some tech rolls. I think I've got 1 tech I can get finished. Pretty sure improved construction's a stage 2. As much as I'd like to have that one already done for the things I'm doing here. So we have improved construction at a 7. Then we have heavy armor at an 8 and long range aircraft at an 8. All right, improved construction. That is a 3, so nothing for us. We then get to heavy armor at an 8+. This is kind of our, is that a 9? That is a 9. So, hey, this is kind of our vanity tech, really. But it gets to stage 2. And then the one that we can actually finish here is long-range aircraft. We're going to try to get that done. That is at an 8+. And that's a 4. So, no LRA for us. So sad. So we get heavy armor, but that's all. All right, let's get to some combat moves. We do have some, one of which we're going to roll just about right away here. So, we have this giant fleet with a couple of transports here sitting off of the Egypt coast. Those fleets these 2 transports, which this guy kind of joins the fleet. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. He's got shit to do. Yeah, he can join the fleet, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we'll see. That's a separate fight. But I guess they go together. Okay. So these 2 fleets, these 2 transports, 2 infantry from Egypt, 1 infantry from Transjordan, and the medium armor from Egypt. And they're going to all come down 1, 2 here to the Gulf of Aden. And submarines have the option when you move into their territory to shoot at you. It's only for 1 round, and then you get to move past them. But they do get to engage you. You get to engage them back. Boston Bruce is it's a midget sub. He's not really that important to him. So he's kind of just hoping that he'll get a 1. A 1 is target select. He'll get to kill my transport. He'll be super, super happy. Otherwise, my fleet's just going to obliterate his sub. So he's just kind of hoping on a 1 in 12 that he kills my transport, and on a 2, he'll get to damage my battleship. So, it's not a bad situation for him to be in. So that's going to happen here, and we're going to roll that right darn now here. Because it's in the combat move, so it kind of has to be done sort of immediately before you get to do any other things. And then you get to make decisions after that. So, his submarine gets a 3. Sad, sad submarine. Nice try, gentlemen. Sure you will be sorely missed. 3 battleships at 8. 5 and 8 and 9. So that will take care of that submarine. And we get to keep moving. Alright. And we have our other combats to declare here. Now that that's out of the way. So he's off the map. So we go into I-7. The Anzac transport here is going to go ahead and move into I-12 and engage that torpedo boat destroyer. As for our amphib units, we're going to launch an amphib attack here into Maharashtra with 3 infantry and an armor. Let's see how we do here. We do have amphibian doctrine, but we don't have any attack transports, so this armor does not get to participate in the first turn, but we do get 4 bombards. So that would be 3 battleship bombards and a battlecruiser bombard going into that guy. As for dealing with that Southern India, all right, Southern India. We're going to pull British artillery, 5 British infantry. And then going into Bengal will be these 2 Gurkha from Benares, these 2 Gurkha from Calcutta. So that'll get us to 4 Gurkha. We're going to chip that out if we live. And we will add Anzac infantry, Anzac artillery, and 2 more, actually 1 more, I guess. We'll do 1 FEC, and we'll do the FEC artillery. So all that'll go in there. And we'll send the FEC AAA. So 4 Gurkhas, 1 FEC infantry, 1 FEC artillery, 1 FEC advanced, that'd be nice, anti-aircraft artillery, 1 Anzac infantry, 1, we're going to make that 2, 1 Anzac artillery. And as I'm looking at this, I'm going to throw another guy into the meat grinder. So we'll add, so it'll be a total of 2 Anzac infantry, leaving 6 FEC infantry and 1 militia behind. These guys won't get killed at that point, so I can go ahead and chip them out. Unless things go really, really, really bad. Let's chip that out. All right. That covers that fight. We have that fight. And I think we're mostly done. Okay. So, slightly more fun stuff. Never done this before. Already doing some different things with this game with my France strategy. Chatted with Hambone. He liked it, so he kind of gave me the go-ahead from his side. So it is with grave tidings that we have learned that the citizens of Portugal have fallen under the sway of a fascist governing council, probably under the influence of Franco here. And so we have determined that we will liberate these citizens from their tyranny fate they are fighting under. So we will spend that 10 IPP that you saw me earlier, head on my build chart, and we will be declaring war on Portugal to liberate them from the evils of tyranny. This submarine is going to go after this torpedo boat destroyer, and the tactical bomber that is in, what is it, A21. It's going to come down to join it. And I think we'll bring 1 British torpedo boat destroyer with it, just in case. Oh, because of this guy. I actually have more torpedo boat destroyers than I'm used to. I'm not sure I have another model for one. We have to paint up another one of those on my to-do list. Sorry, guys. So we'll put him on his side to mark that he's a not very good destroyer here. Eventually he'll go home to the others. Okay. And then in Africa, to deal with the fascist mess that is down here in Portuguese East Africa, I've got an armor coming from Rhodesia and an armor coming in from Cape Town. These 2 transports are over here. And while I'm thinking about it, this torpedo boat destroyer is 1, 2, 3. He goes to I-4 there. That seaplane has no targets. That submarine has no targets. I guess same thing. This submarine will go 1, 2, 3 and join the rest of the fleet in I-7. I think that is all of our combat moves. Everywhere else we pretty much have to hide. Life is what it is. Alright. So let's get to rolling and see how we do here. All right. We're going to start with the Portugal stuff just because it's relatively easy. Against that Portuguese torpedo boat destroyer, I have a first strike at 3. If miss. I have a tactical at 7 and a torpedo boat destroyer at 2. The red die will be the tactical bomber. So the 2 hits from the tactical. So that's the end of him. And then he does get to defend back at a 2. Find out if we lose a torpedo boat destroyer. That is a 7. Okay, so that's the end of that. Next, we have the fight in Portuguese South Africa. We've got 2 medium armor, both at 6s. 4 and a 2, so we got our 2 hits. Hopefully, we don't get punished here. He's got a defender at 2. That is an 8. So we do take Southeast Portugal? What's it called? Portuguese East Africa is conquered, liberated. Sorry. Portuguese East Africa is liberated for 1 IPP for the Commonwealth. Now we've got the fight in Maharashtra. We have 4 bombards. 3 red ones are the battleships. They're at a 4. And the battlecruiser is at a 3. Looking for 2 hits here. At least got 1. But 11, 10, 9, but we do get the 1. So we do kill 1 of them. So that gets rid of the infantry. We then have 3 units at 2, or 3 infantry. So 3 units at 2. 7, 5, 3. So that's all misses. He gets to defend at a 5 with his armor. He does so with a 2. So he kills 1 of my infantry. So I now have 2 infantry and 1 armor. So the infantry will be the blue at 2, the armor will be the red at a 6. Where you guys earlier? So 1, 1, 3. So we got 2 hits. And then he again gets to defend at a 5. Well, that works out alright. I certainly expect to lose 1 guy there. Misses with a 6. So we liberate Maharashtra for the FEC. Now, other main combat there, another part of India, against his infantry. I've got 5 and an artillery. All right. So I have a first strike at 3. It misses. He gets a first strike at 3. He misses. All right. So I have 1, 3 for a boosted infantry. And then I'll have 4 at 2. I don't think there's a mountain I gotta deal with. There is a river I gotta deal with, so that's not accurate. So my infantry is boosted from a 1 to a 2, and then my other 3 infantry are all gonna be at 1s. I've got 5 infantry though, so 4 1s are the blues. And then the 2 is a red. Look at that. 1 infantry got a hit. That's great. Sure, he'll lose the artillery, rather than since it has the worst defender number. Still gets to fire back with his infantry. And that's at a 4. And two hits. So he kills an infantry. So Japanese are making a decent showing of themselves here. So now we've passed the water. So I've got an artillery at 3, a boosted infantry at 3, and then 3 infantry at 2. Nothing. All 10s and 8s. Full house. 3 10s, 2 8s. Super fun. He has a 4 defending and gets a 3. Uh-oh. This is how fights get lost. So I'm down to 3 infantry. I've seen weirder things before. So 2 boosted, 2 not boosted. The reds are the 3s, of course. And we get a 1. So at least we know we finished him off. Let's see if he gets to punish us any further. He gets a 3. He does. Whew! That was nasty there, Bruce. Not appreciate that one bit. So 2 GBR infantry, 1 artillery. Liberates Southern India. Lost 3 guys. Jeez. Painful. Painful, painful, painful. Alright. Now we've got, is this Burma? Burma. I've got 2 first strikes at 3. Because artillery don't care about jungles. 4 and a 7. That would have been nice, but no hits for me. I've got 4 Gurkhas, all at 3. And then I've got 2 infantry that are boosted by the 2 artillery, who are also 3s. So, total of 6. No need for color differentiation. These are just all 3s. Just looking for 1 hit. And double 1s. So we got our man there. All right. And we'll see if I send 2. I've got 1. I think I actually sent. Yeah. I had 1 more guy to roll. That's okay. We got our 2 hits. No need to look over that. He still has a shot back at me. And a 7 misses. So that takes care of Bengal. Or Burma, right? It's Bengal. It's not Burma. Burma's still under Japanese control. Alright, last thing I think is fight against the torpedo boat destroyer and the transport there. My destroyer, Anzac destroyer, attacks at a 4. It hits with a 4, so that cleans that up. And then I've got he's got shoot back at me at a 2. If he hits, his guy lives. And he does! Look at that! Fun. So, the Anzac destroyer is dead. The torpedo boat destroyer is dead. And the transport is alive. Only briefly, however, we did have a plan just in case that fight did exactly what it just did there. Well, actually, it had 2 different plans. The other option was that, of course, I miss and he hits, which is also a possibility. But all right, so that should be all of our combat moves. So let's get you guys back around the table so we can do our non-combat moves here. Way up here in Pacific. Let's get a little bit more on the table here. So this transport here in Gibraltar is just going to go kind of the normal, 1, 2, 3, and come up here to 821 with the fleet there. That tactical bomber at 835 just returns to the carrier. One of my fighters in London shifts over to Southern England. And then this Anzac transport, that's way down here in M4. He's going to strategic naval move so that he can basically do the same thing. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He joins the other 2 transports that are in, there's a U.S. transport I got to put there too. How did I lose one? Just 3 U.S. transports. Lost a U.S. transport. Things you realize in real time. He brought some guys over. So there's a transport in port. These guys are not in port. They're going to go ahead and hang out with the fleet and trust that they can stay alive that way. My seaplane in Egypt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he will fly all the way to Calcutta there. They've moved. They're not moving. Let's pull my cards over. We'll do that. So, good rule of thumb is keep your force cards near where the forces really are. So you don't accidentally send them to the wrong sea zone in Australia. If you're not sure what that means, go watch Operation Thunderball. All right, FEC certainly doesn't have any other movements to do. The Anzac, however, does. We're going to move 3 of our infantry out of Sydney, right? 1. He doesn't have a port here. That's the key. Doesn't have a port, so none of those transports can move. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, maybe we'll just move 2. It's kind of a risky proposition, but I really want to be able to attack from both sides here. So we're going to move 2 infantry from Sydney to New South Wales, along with our medium bomber. This is the important part. And I'm going to go ahead and do my placement right now, and we'll do the recap, just so this spot makes sense. So our militia and militia upgrade is going to go here on the North Island. And then our infantry, of course, just gets placed in Sydney. So on the North Island, we've got an infantry and a militia on the South Island. And then in Sydney proper, I've got 2 militia, 3 infantry, a motorized, an artillery, and a fighter, and a medium armor. And then in whatever the heck this is, New South Wales, I've got 4 infantry, 2 militia, 1 medium bomber. Oh, and then nothing changed for New Guinea. It's still just the 3 infantry and the militia. They're not long for this world, I don't think. was trying to kind of at least make it so that these guys here would frustrate the Japanese with their easy pickings, and Bruce just decided to come on down and slaughter them. So they are not going to last long at all. This is spent. Do I have any other moves with the Brits? Don't think I do. Oh, this submarine. This guy's gonna run away. 1, 2, 3, and go to P-35. Try to get to his American friends there. Once the Japanese put enough effort into chasing down the submarines, they do get to do exactly that. All right. Now we can go back to replacements. So we'll kind of do the FEC while we're here real quick. No big shock to Gurkhas go down in Benares. 1 AAA goes in Calcutta. And they save 2. They will collect 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus the 2 is 9. So they will have 11 to spend next turn. Anzac will collect its 7. Does not get its bonus, of course. So let's go ahead and put them on here too. Just to make a reminder for how much money I have for next turn. We'll put Anzac over there. They have 7. Alright, all the fun with the Brits. So this, of course, is that Malta fortification getting completed. And this chip here is a militia and a militia upgrade. It's getting placed there. So we actually placed the upgrade first. If Panzer J wants to blockade that, he can. He just has to be willing to declare war on me. And I currently don't believe he can. He wants to do that. If he does, I'll spend the upgrade somewhere else. But presuming he doesn't, the militia gets upgraded, and then another militia gets placed. And we go to 4 infantry, a militia, and a fortification here in Malta. Try to keep the Italians a little honest. All right. The other militia and militia upgrade goes over here to Aden, which was going to be uncomfortable if this submarine was still there, but he's gone, so it's not uncomfortable at all. I then have 2 colonials. No big shock there. 1 goes in Egypt, 1 goes in Transjordan, and as you guys have gotten used to, the medium armor goes down here in Cape Town. We kind of build our South African Armor Corps there. With the +1 from Portuguese East Asia, I've got GBR at 33. They collect 40, or 7 bonuses, I should say. So 33 plus 7 should be 40 for them. So GBR's at 40, FEC's at 11, Anzac's at 7. Anything I'm missing there, let me know, guys. All right, let's get into France. France actually does have a couple things to do. Again, that was actually my kind of other alternative option here. So this French destroyer right here has got some work to do. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and eliminates this Japanese transport in I-12. Meanwhile, these two mechanized are going to go 1, 2, and join the British armor. It's down here in Portuguese East Africa, and the 2 infantry are just going to meet in Belgian Congo. 1 from Sudan, 1 from Cameroon, and the French medium bomber. Where does he want to go? I think he's going to come down to Cameroon. Oh, and the French transport's got to move. Yeah. So the French bomber comes down to Cameroon, and this French transport finally feels a little safe. And it goes 1, 2, and goes into port here in Sierra Leone. And we'll see if those subs want to take the chance of messing with me, but I've got bombers there, so I'm kind of thinking no. That is all of the French units that I have that I can move. So France had 3, collects 1, ends with 4. I don't think they're important enough to be worth a die. They only get to make 1 purchase after all. And probably never get to buy anything for the rest of you. So that's the boat France is in. Alright. That should do it. Let's do our recap here. Alright, off of Portugal, we've got a torpedo boat destroyer and a submarine. Here in A21, I've got 2 transports and an Anzac transport. And then 2 torpedo boat destroyers, 1 real destroyer, 3 coastal defense ships, 1 light cruiser, 1 tactical. In London, I've got 4 infantry, 3 militia, 1 airborne, 2 AAA, a fighter. Southern England is 4 militia, 4 infantry, a AAA, 3 French fighters, 2 British fighters, 2 American GIs there. Actually, I think there's an American GI here too. Add him. And then Northern England has the 1 militia, and Scotland has the 2 militia and the 1 mountain infantry. All right, the big fleet off of Maharashtra. I got to roll for this transport too. I'll do that here in just a minute. Let me grab this 7. So this transport on a 10 or higher will flip to British control. I think technically FEC control, but we'll see. That's a 5. Hopefully y'all can see that. Kind of great. Hopefully y'all can see. That's a 5. So it just dies. Sad. Was hoping. So 3 battleships, a battle cruiser, 5 heavy cruisers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 destroyers, 2 light cruisers, 1 Anzac light cruiser, a light carrier, or escort carrier, whatever we call it, and a fighter. Then in Maharashtra, I've got 2 infantry and an armor. In southern India, I've got 2 infantry and 1 artillery. FEC have 6 infantry and militia, seaplane and AAA. 2 Gurkhas in Benares. In Bengal, I've got Anzac artillery, FEC artillery, FEC AAA, Anzac infantry, 2 FEC infantry, 4 Gurkhas. And that should be everything. Oh, French destroyer in I-12, of course. And then in Africa, we've got medium armor in Cape Town. It's always hard. That's why my table's labeled there. Medium armor Cape Town, 2 medium armor in East Portugal, along with the 2 French mechs. There's 2 infantry and a militia in Belgian Congo. Medium bomber in Cameroon. And then Egypt is 5 infantry and a militia. And Transjordan is 2 infantry and a militia. Syria is 1 infantry and a militia. That should be all that. So that's it, guys. If anybody has any questions, just let me know. Good God, this was a long one. long video for not a lot of combat, but probably too much blathering on my part. So that's all we got. Everybody have a great day, and you'll probably see me either tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll see if I get time. I definitely owe you all a recap video. We'll try to get that going towards you. I think I'm like 2 turns behind, so we'll do that. That's it. Everybody take care. Have a great day.